bit, but fans will get excited about a team that plays hard. Fans will get excited about a team that competes. All fans love their team to be successful, but I think good basketball fans appreciate a competitive team and one that will work their tails off, and that's where we intend to start.
Coach, right over here on the right.
Coach Tommy Kraft, ESPN Radio, Fort Smith. Have you had a chance to meet with the team, and if so, how did that meeting go?
Well, I met very briefly with the team. My flight was a little bit late getting in, so we didn't have an opportunity to sit down for a long time. I did have an opportunity to watch the team play over the season, so I know how talented a group that we have. But they were very good to me. They sat there and listened to my little 5-minute presentation, and I was very pleased that they gave me an opportunity to talk with them. I know a number of them have concerns. It's been a long week for them. I mentioned it's been a tough 72-hour period for me. I know it's been a tough week for them. They only have one college career. And so we want to meet with them tonight, the next couple of days whenever they feel comfortable, and have some individual talks about where they want to go with their careers and how they want to develop as players. But I truly believe that all of them will be here at Arkansas representing our basketball team next year, and I'm very excited about that because with 7 seniors to be, and as I mentioned, those talented underclassmen, we have a chance to put together a nice team, a special team. Depending on how we'll blend together and work together, it could be a fun year next year.
Coach, right here in front.
Nate Allen, Northwest Arkansas Times. Coach, since Coach Broyles is going to be retiring December 31st, was there any apprehension on your part about taking a job, knowing you'd have a change of athletic directors in the middle of your first season?
Yes, we did. We talked about that. Coach Broyles talked about his position and staying at the university in a different capacity. But no, I've had a wonderful athletic director for 13 years. And I know how important the relationship between the coach and the athletic director is. And so we did talk about that, and Coach Broyles assured me that I would have some input. You know, I feel very comfortable that Chancellor White and Coach Broyles and the university will pick someone that, you know, will be very progressive and continue to develop our athletic program.
Coach, we're going to go back here on the back, and then we'll come back up here, Scott.
I'll stand up so you can see me.
All right.
Coach Bo Mattingly with KNWA and KARK. You talked about recruiting several times. Can you talk about the difference or the challenge you see and the difference between recruiting where you were and where you are now?
Well, I think the one difference would be at a little smaller school like Creighton, we maybe could take a chance on developing a player. Our players were in the program for 4 or 5 years, and so we probably had an opportunity to take 1 or 2 players that we could develop. I don't feel we have the opportunity to take quite as many of those developmental players, and we may have some players that will leave us earlier than their 4 years. We've been able to develop a number of NBA players at Creighton, but most of those guys were 4 or 5 year guys. So the difference may be not quite as many developmental players that we can bring along on a 4 or 5 year basis, and also the possibility of some players that will leave us early for the NBA.
Hi, Coach. Scott Kane with the Arkansas Democrat Gazette.
Scott?
I'm curious, your career got off to such a fast start as a head coach. What's the difference in you now as a head coach as opposed to maybe when you were at K-State?
Well, I was very fortunate. I got my first Division I job at 30, so I was very fortunate. I was a junior college head coach before that. I had a guy by the name of Mitch Richmond who got my career started pretty quick. But, you know, in any profession, over an 18-year period, you develop. You learn things hopefully every week and every day. So I'd like to think I'm a much better coach 18 years down the road than I was when I got that first opportunity at Marshall.